Artificial intelligence is transforming the world that we live in. From finance to healthcare to manufacturing to marketing, hundreds of thousands of jobs are being replaced by AI. That is huge, and it's only going to get worse. These redundancies should concern everyone. So now is the time to lock in and level up. You need to start investing for you and your family's future. But if you're thinking about where is the safest investment right now, there is one asset that has stood the test of time. Today, we are going to be exploring why bricks and mortar might be the safest investment in this new age of AI. AI is already changing how most of us work. Estimates predict that up to 40% of global jobs will be affected in just the next few years, and we've already seen some major layoffs from some global companies. So roles in admin, in finance, and even marketing, but even less obvious jobs. If you think this might not affect you, you would be wrong to make that assumption. Even in our own office, one of our team's husband has been laid off with 600 other employees and been replaced with AI. The scary predictions of us being replaced by robots is not a prediction anymore. It's actually happening. So we're not trying to scare anybody here, but I think it's naive to ignore the warning signs. The reality is that so many jobs are under threat right now, and a lot of different industries will be affected, and that is ultimately going to end in redundancy for a lot of people. Securing your financial future has never been more important, and the best way that you can do that for yourself and your family is to invest. And now, not in 6 months, not in 12 months, but now. So good quality property investments are going to protect you in two ways. They're going to give you short-term stability, so that's cash flow, and help you cover your expenses every month. And it's going to give you long-term growth, which means that your wealth is going to grow over time. So investing gives you the protection and that kind of buffer that you might need sooner than you think. The question you have to ask yourself is, how long would you be okay for if you were made redundant today? Okay, so on a slightly lighter note, as well as the redundancies, there are going to be new jobs that are created off the back of AI. So demand is growing for AI engineers, analysts, and skilled workers who can support the growth of this new technology. So whenever you see this kind of shift, what we also see on the other side of that is migration. People move to where these new jobs are, and that makes sense, right? Well, that movement will drive regional property demand. The UK is now Europe's second largest data centre market, just after Germany. Knight Frank reports that demand for data centre capacity is rising at nearly 20% per year, purely because of AI workloads. And what all of that means is essentially more workers closer to these data centre hubs. And all of this will feed those local housing markets. So think big cities and the surrounding areas as well. So how should you respond as a smart investor? Pretty simply, invest in strong assets. Property has something rare. It's tangible, it's leverageable, and it's insurable. So what that means is you can go and see it, you can borrow money to buy it, and you are protected if anything happens to it. Tell me any other asset class that you can get all of those things. And also, steady demand is essentially guaranteed because people will always need homes. That is not going to change. Historically, property has outperformed inflation, and this is a really important factor to consider because any new technology may cause economic volatility. Also, think about the fact that buildings can evolve. So offices become flats and warehouses can become new data centers. Consider that demand could pop up literally anywhere. So this kind of flexibility means that property doesn't just survive these technological revolutions, it actually evolves with them. We always talk on the channel about how property is the answer to all of these economic struggles. But when you sort of look at the facts and how it does change and evolve and can protect you against the inevitable, it kind of becomes a bit of a no-brainer. So I'd say that focusing on areas with strong AI and tech growth is a really good place to start when you're thinking about an investment, But think about places like Manchester, like Leeds, and not just your London. Where is going to have the best growth, the best technological advances? Where are you hedging your bets? Well, we're placing ours on the Northern Powerhouse. It's about positioning yourself where the next decade of innovation, migration, and technological advances are going to happen, but considering the fact that you're going to get stronger yields and better capital growth in that time as well. So listen guys, AI is undoubtedly going to reshape industries, but what it won't affect is the fact that people will still need homes, still need jobs, and still need to build communities. And that's why UK property still remains a really solid asset class in a time of massive change. Think of your future and make smart decisions today. So if you're sold and you want the best Northern property deals sent straight to your phone, join our free WhatsApp group and see what's on offer. Otherwise, thank you for watching and we'll see you again soon.